Ba-ba-da-da! Welcome to BanjoBenClark.com, where I consistently make a fool out of myself every Christmas season. If you haven't seen my video from last Christmas, I did Joy to the World. Similar type of thing. Banjo Billy once again dropped in as he seems to do every Christmas season. He pulls up the motorhome, much like the Griswold family, and drops in and offers a little Christmas cheer. I'm thankful for him. This Christmas we're doing God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, but I wanted to direct it towards both individuals and towards bands, because I have so many bands that are members of my site, or families that are teaching 2 or 3 kids how to play instruments. So what we did was each instrument took a solo, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, and then went into kind of a medley. The mandolin went into a version of Jerusalem Ridge. Guitar did Blackberry Blossom, and Banjo Billy did, of course, Foggy Mountain Breakdown, like every banjo player in history likes to play. But anyway, we're going to teach you today the mandolin version for God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. But the cool thing is, say that you as a band or as a family, you all know Blackberry Blossom, or you all know Foggy Mountain Breakdown, or Jerusalem Ridge. You can each play one of those, or you could substitute in Greensleeves for one of them. But you can kind of mix and match, and it's pretty cool. Jump over to the website if you're not there already. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, grab the tabs. I have them in both PDF and a TEF file format, and you can join as a member there, as a Gold Pick member. It's a great Christmas gift, by the way. Give somebody a membership to the site who would like to learn how to play. Enjoy this one. God rest you, merry gentlemen, and most importantly, Merry Christmas to you. God rest you, merry. All right, mandolin time. Time to learn this song. We're going to learn the mandolin solo for God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Then we're going to learn a little transition into a part of Jerusalem Ridge, which fits really nicely, especially if you're doing that band arrangement like I just performed. But we're going to kick off there in measure 1. One thing that I want to point out is not only do I have the pick stroke arrows beneath each one of the notes, but I also have in circles little numbers, and those are fingering numbers. Okay, so 1 would be your index finger, 2 would be your middle, 3, ring, 4 would be your pinky. And the reason why I put that on this one when I normally don't is because there are some different fingerings going on that will make you be able to play this song more smoothly, and that's what we're looking for. Essentially what we're looking for is not to have any breaks in the tone when we can help it. We want to be very legato, very fluid. And so there's some odd fingerings that are going to take place in order to help you do that. Also, the one thing I want to say is that the fingerings in the God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, the pick strokes in the first part, in God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, that is subjective. We're playing it in halftime, essentially. If you wanted to play it just about all in downstrokes, except for the trills, that's fine. So I just have kind of what I tend to do, and so you'll see those. But if you want to break those rules, that's fine. Don't get wrapped up in that in as much as you need to pay attention to your left hand fingerings. And we're coming in, starting on the open D string, 2 downstrokes there. And this song is based out of the key of E minor. So the main chords that we're going to have is E minor, a B major 7, or not major 7, but a B7. And then we've got an A minor chord. We have some other ones thrown in, but it's mainly revolving around this E note, E minor. Okay, so we're walking into it. And when you get to measure 2, the first thing you're going to notice is that you're going to hold that first note there for 3 beats. It's a dotted half note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what did I do? I barred. I barred with my first finger, okay, to try to keep this note going into that note. What you might be tempted to do is 2, 3, 4, okay? I would rather you not do that. I'd rather be legato. Hear how it does that? So I just go ahead and bar. Okay, into measure 3, we've got a downstroke starting measure 1, a quarter note. And then for the second beat of the measure, we're doing an eighth note triplet. And it's just a 1 pick stroke that goes down, but we're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret and then immediately pull back off to the 2nd fret. So that second beat in measure 3 sounds like this. Can you do that? And the way that timing works is we're fitting 3 eighth notes into where 2 eighth notes would regularly go. So it goes a little quicker. Be sure and download the TEF file here on the website so that you can see exactly how it sounds. Those TEF files play the song for you. But it sounds like this, measure 3, 1 and triple it, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1. That's what we've learned so far. Measure 4 and 5 is really easy. We've got 4 half notes in a row. It's just the melody. When we get in measure 6, we're going to start a little bit, some trills. And these trills are eighth notes. Okay, you may be tempted to try to trill as fast as you can. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like the sound in this particular song of the trills happening in time. Okay, that's what I like to do. So we've got 2 beats of trills. And then we land there on the 3rd beat in measure 6. Then the 4th fret, then going into measure 7. Okay, so 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I made a mistake. I fretted that with my middle finger, but if you'll notice beneath that 3rd fret and 7, it says 1. That means jump up and grab it with your first finger. And why do I ask you to do that? Because in measure 8, we're going to slide down with it to the 2nd fret and use our middle finger down here for this B7 trill. If you did use your middle finger there for that 3rd fret, then you're having to, it would sound like this. You would have to move your middle finger down to there. Whereas this way, it could sound like this. Notice how there's no break in sound? That's our goal. Then we'll pick back up into measure 10 again. Another trill. And I'm barring again. Measure 11 is just like measure 3. Measure 12, we're going to slide with our ring finger to the 7th fret. Then 1st finger, 2nd finger. Okay, and then we're going to stretch down from measure 13 and grab this 2nd fret with our index finger. So 12 and 13 sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Notice that I'm keeping those notes going all the way up till I pick the next note. I wouldn't want to do this. Okay, we don't want to do that. Very smooth. 14, we've got this 5th fret down here on the G string, 2nd fret on the D string, and I've got a little brush sign going through it. And what that means is we don't want to, it's a double stop, but we don't want to play them both at the exact same time. Okay, I want to kind of come through them like that. Hear that? Okay, you might have to kind of practice that, but it gives it a little brush feel. That's measure 14. Then we have a quick switch to make going into 15. Essentially, we're just going to switch these 2 fingers with strings they're on and do another brush. Okay, so that 3rd fret, what number does it say beneath it? 3. I want you to play it with your ring finger. That's going to feel weird, but it's going to make sense here in a little while, because as we get into 16, slide it down. This is a little squeeze to the 2nd fret and use your first finger on the 1st fret of the D string. And this is why it makes sense, because measure 18, we have an A minor bar chord. Slide this ring finger back out to the 3rd fret and bar these bottom 2 strings on the 2nd fret and brush through them. That's an A minor. So if you do that correctly, It's very smooth. Hear that? Good. Let's take a look at measure 19.